All right, so welcome to another Q&A, and this one is the Halloween Q&A, not the movies, the actual holiday season. Um, so yeah, I want to thank everyone who sent in questions for this Q&A. I know this was a pretty unique one, so I didn't know what I was going to get. But if, as always, if you'd like to be part of the next Q&A, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon in the link in the description box below. Hit the first tier. That'll allow you access to do so, as well as check out like polls, as well as like episode reviews. I'm kind of debating, though, if I'm bringing the episode reviews over here, because I don't know, like I feel like you guys kind of want to see more of that, so I might do that for Hazbin Hotel. I'm still debating. But yeah, so once again, I want to thank everyone who sent in questions for this Q&A. So let's get started with the first set of questions coming from Tom Hibbert, who asks, first question, what is your least favorite aspect of Halloween? That it only comes once. I'm just kidding. I know that's kind of a basic one, but I think the least favorite aspect of Halloween isn't so much Halloween itself. I think it's that I hate that Christmas Christmas, the sooner it gets to Halloween, the sooner people want to kick it out for Christmas. Because I can already tell you guys, I'm already seeing Christmas ads, and we still have 12, 13 days left. I don't mind. I like Christmas. Don't get me wrong. I like Christmas, and November to December is the Christmas season. I acknowledge that. Thanksgiving is just prelude to Christmas. Sorry, Thanksgiving. But my thing is and I know, like, that's why I think Halloween keeps encroaching further and further into August and September, is because Christmas just keeps getting more and more into our shit. So I genuinely believe, yeah, that's the one thing I hate. I also don't like how another least favorite aspect is that I don't like how people demonize it, because technically speaking, Christmas is more satanic than Halloween. Halloween is actually yes, it does have druidic connotations, but it also has a lot of Catholicism to it too. Whereas Christmas is a hodgepodge of pagan and Germanic rituals, and also like Nordic pagan traditions. The church just kind of co-opted it to make it, to overtake it. There's a lot of interesting stuff about Christmas and Halloween that I don't want to go into because it'd be too long. But yeah, that's kind of my few favorite things. So it's not really Halloween itself, but that's kind of it. Second question: When a Halloween Horror Nights commercial pops up, I get a Halloween feeling. Is there a Halloween commercial that gets you into the spooky holiday? I would say the HHN commercials. Yeah, that's kind of one. I would also say that another one that I would probably say is that, and it's a fun one too, where it's an old Skittles commercial. I don't know if anyone saw it, but it was a Skittles commercial that was like this teen stuck in a spider web, and another guy's like, maybe I can go get him. Maybe I can get the Snickers. And the spider comes down and is like, I say go for it. And then the spider tells you this great story, and then he ends with, just kidding, I ate him. So I always liked that way. I always thought that one was fun. Another one would be, actually, this one's, I don't know if I'll ever be able to talk about this one again, but there's one that's like, if you've probably seen it in Halloween compilation commercials from like the 70s or 80s. I don't know what this is, but it's so weird. It's just this commercial called Monster Cookies, where it's this monster guy in a monster gloved hand, like shoving cookies in kids' mouths. And it's so weird. Like, there's one where the kid's like swinging a bat, and he like sticks the cookie in the kid's mouth. He's like, woo. And I saw that commercial once, and in my head, because I'm so screwed up, I said, in my head, I went, when you nut and you don't tell her. Yeah. So, what was I saying? Yeah, that's another one. But I guess for other commercials, The M&M's ones, those are always a good one. So those are a few. Um, anyway, third question. I don't know if this is just me, but when people give out sodas to trick-or-treaters on Halloween, I always feel like it left out in several places since I do like sodas, and it's the first thing that comes to... Oh, I've heard of people getting sodas for Halloween, but I've never gotten soda. At least I don't think I have in my life. I've just gotten candy and maybe some money. That's really it. I've never really got... Is that just I've heard that's more of a... Getting soda for Halloween is more of a Midwest thing. I don't know if that's true or not, but if anyone can tell me differently, please do. But yeah, I've never gotten soda. I mean, if you want to be if you want, what was I gonna say? If you don't if you want to be diabetic faster, then give out soda. I don't know, but yeah, that's never been a thing for me. Thank you for those questions, Tom. Moving on now to Bill McLaughlin, who asks, what is your go-to watch list for Halloween? Halloween, the movie. Like, it is always Halloween. I will only watch the John Carpenter Halloween movie on Halloween. I'll watch the sequels during the Halloween season, but I will not watch the first movie until Halloween. That's just a thing I have. It is only... I make it a shtick every Halloween to watch John Carpenter's Halloween. Yeah. That's just my personal tradition, and then I don't watch Halloween again for the rest of the year. I don't watch because it feels weird. Anyway, so that's kind of it for go-to. What's a game you would binge play on Halloween? I don't really have a game I would personally binge play on Halloween, but I would say if I was to binge play one during spooky season, probably one of the Resident Evil games. Just to get in the mood, just for Halloween night, just play Resident Evil Biohazard. Yeah, Resident Evil 7. I think that would what I would do, but I've never played games on Halloween. Third, what is your favorite all-time Halloween special? My favorite Halloween special. Oh boy. My favorite Halloween special, that's a tough one. Actually, no. It's not really a Halloween special. It's just Halloween around, and that's the music video to Michael Jackson's Thriller. Quite literally, I will only play Thriller, the song, and I'll get to because there's another question coming up later, but I will only play the music video during Halloween. And that's actually my also another tradition. I watch John Carpenter's Halloween on Halloween, and to usher in the spooky season, so to speak, I play Michael Jackson's Thriller. I watch the music video to as opening ceremonies, or should I say opening scaremonies. That was awful. I deserve that. Crypt Keeper I am not. But yeah, I watch Michael Jackson's Thriller, and that's the one I would say for others. Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. I would also say the one that's kind of creeping up on me and how much I like it is the Garfield Halloween special from the 80s, 90s. It's actually kind of fun. And it's actually there's actually a moment where it's kind of creepy where the old man's telling the story about the pirates. Yeah. So there you go. Yeah. So there you go. Okay, thank you for those questions, Bill. Moving on now to Jason Voorhees 2011, who asks, what are some songs that you listen to help get you into the Halloween spirit? Well, Michael Jackson's Thriller. I refuse to listen to anything else. I don't listen to Michael Jackson's Thriller. I don't listen to it any other time but Halloween. I don't care if that's weird. It's like listening to it. To me, it's like listening to a Christmas song during March. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't feel right. I also will listen to Monster Mash. The Monster Mash. I would also listen to Pet Sematary by the Ramones. That's another one that gets me in the mood. A lot of Michael Jackson's scarier songs like Threatened, Is It Scary, Blood on the Dance Floor, Ghosts. Those are nice Halloween songs. I actually do enjoy Michael Jackson music. Um, but yeah, I would say like for other songs, um, This Is Halloween, or some of the songs from Nightmare Before Christmas, kind of the basic bunch. Yeah. So think of that question. Your second question is, did you ever go to any haunted houses outside of HHN in your life? Um, the only ones I've really been to are like these low grade ones that were at either at my community college once, or I was at a or one that my aunt and uncle built for like a Halloween party. So really, I never really was one. The only like I've never been to one of those big unofficial houses. I don't. Yeah, I've never been in one of those. Probably because they're kind of a little more expensive. And yeah, I've never had the opportunity. Maybe that should be on my list someday. What are some of your Halloween memories during your childhood that stick with you? Probably going trick-or-treating with my grandparents. That's probably one. Oh, there was another thing I wanted to mention about the specials real fast, because I don't know why I didn't think about it till now. But yeah, like, because it correlates to this, is that after my grandparents would take us my siblings and I to out trick-or-treating, we would basically be sat down and we'd watch Disney's Halloween Treat. So that's another special I would add, but that was basically the night. I think you can find a ripped version of Disney's Halloween Treat on YouTube still. Don't know for certain, but yeah. What else was there? I would say, yeah. Also, there was a lot of neighborhood. There was a lot of neighborhood trick or treating. Nothing too like outlandish. You know what I mean? But anyway, thank you for those questions, Jason. Moving on now to Nolan Unejo, who asks, do you have any 50s, 60s sci-fi movies that you'd like to watch during Halloween? Not necessarily, but if I was to... not necessarily, but if I was to pick... any, if I'm being honest, it'd probably be something along the lines of like your pick, Them, or Gojira, or maybe not Gojira, but probably like The Deadly Mantis, or Tarantula, The Brain That Wouldn't Die, Fiend Without a Face, Black Scorpion, Thing from Another World. Actually, Thing from Another World wouldn't be that bad because it's actually in John Carpenter's Halloween. So yeah, Thing from Another World, that might actually work on the Halloween rotation. Who knows? But yeah, thank you for that question. Second question. I remember you said alien abduction attacks are scarier than demon supernatural movies, and you agree. Do you know any good alien horror movies that prove your point? Well, I don't know if that counts for a Halloween question, but I mean, it counts for horror movies, so maybe I can give you a few. What can I really pick that really kind of works here? Well, Dark Skies. Dark Skies is a Blumhouse alien abduction movie. There's one scene that got me when I first watched it. I was watching it with, I think, my dad and my brother, and we were all watching. It's just this scene of like the mom coming into a room, to her kid's room, and the alien's just standing there in the shadows, like looks at her, not even non-threatening. I'm like, oh shit! It's things like that, like in Insidious, like the face in the near the crib. It's one of those like, what the fuck kind of moments. Another so Dark Skies is a good one. I always think of that one. The Fourth Kind. Why'd I put two? The Fourth Kind. The Fourth Kind is a found footage movie that claims to be based off of a true story. Spoiler alert, it's not. But I think it has some solid scares, even though like the story is basically BS. Um, yeah. So there's that. But I will say that Fourth Kind has a level of just creepiness to it. So Fourth Kind, I would also say Fire in the Sky. That it's more of a drama. It's more of a courtroom drama. But those final scenes where you find out where the guy went missing and where the alien abduction scene, it's horrifying. It makes up for it. So those are a few I would recommend. Sorry, just getting some water. Third question. In debate with my film club, I'd argue with them that Godzilla movies are great to show during Halloween. Do you agree or disagree? I mean, I don't really agree with that. Godzilla can be scary, and I think there are some, like Shin Gojira and Godzilla 54 are definitely like borderline horror movies. But I don't know if I would put Godzilla in my Halloween rotation. That's just kind of me. That's kind of a me personally kind of thing, if I'm being honest. I don't really think I would put yes, Godzilla can be scary, but I don't really think I would put them in Halloween rotation. But that's just kind of me. So I don't really agree with that. But again, that's just kind of personally me. Anyway, thank you for those questions, Nolan. Moving on to Alistair Bondman, who asks, while not exactly Halloween themed itself, Over the Garden Wall is an amazing series to get you in the mood for spooky season. Is watching it ever any part of your tradition? Well, I don't have it. I don't have it, but I would say it definitely gives a lot of great autumnal vibes. And it technically is kind of Halloween because it's set during a Halloween party, and Wirt and his brother get lost during that time. So I think it's a nice little. I think it is kind of a nice Halloween rotation, but I haven't been able to watch it because it got taken down, and I'm having trouble finding the physical copies. So, but I would dare say that would be part of my rotation personally. Like, I would agree that Over the Garden Wall is a great, not just like Halloween. It's not really exactly Halloween theme, but it definitely works in a Halloween rotation. If anything else, just to get you in that fall autumnal spirit. If anything else. Yeah. Anyway, second question. Lots of long-running shows such as Star Trek and others have had a few episodes that are clearly intended to evoke Halloween or spooky vibe. What are some of your favorite spooky episodes from otherwise non-spooky shows? Probably say... I like the Bob's Burger Halloween episodes. Those are always fun. Those are always a good time, I would say. Yeah. I would dare say... I'm not going to say Simpsons Treehouse of Horror because that's cheating. But I will say I would probably... some of the scarier episodes, like the episode where Geordi's like de-evolving in Star Trek Next Generation. Probably also say, well, it's kind of ones I'm thinking of right off the top of my head. But thank you for those questions, Alistair. Moving on now to Gordon Rajani, who asks, what candy do you and your family get for trick-or-treaters? And it's really just kind of whatever, if I'm being honest. It's just kind of whatever we can find, or I can find, because usually I'm the one doing the trick-or-treating these days. Like, I'm the one getting the Halloween candy for people these days. So I would probably, it's usually just me. Anyway, but it's really just whatever I can grab. But I tend to grab, like, Kit Kats or Snickers, if I was to pick a preference. Do you have any underrated Halloween specials? Like I said, I think the Garfield one is kind of underrated. I think also the Halloween is Grinch's Night is an underrated banger. It's so trippy. And Mad Monster Party from Rankin Bass. That's a solid one. It even has Boris Karloff in it. So there you go. Those are a few right there. Third question. What are some of the most memorable costumes you put on during Halloween? Oh, I have got a few. Yeah. For one, I was a volcano one year. That was I was literally like no, really. My mom put I wanted to be a volcano for Halloween because we had read a book about volcanoes in school, and I was trying to impress the teacher how much I love volcanoes. In hindsight, it's just kind of a desperate cry for validation and help from a child who never really got that, but we'll ignore that for now. But yes, that was the volcano was one Halloween. It was basically one of those Halloween costumes. I was also like a brain alien. Oh, I was Goliath for 1 year from Gargoyles. I was also an alligator, or like a very poor variation of an alligator. Yeah. Those are a few right there. Anyway, thank you for those questions, Gordon Rajani. Moving on now to Gluzman, who asks, oh, it's not really a question. It's more like just Happy Halloween. Oh, well, Happy Halloween to you too, Gluzman. And there you go. I think that's all the questions. So, yeah. All right, guys. So, hope you all enjoyed this. And yeah, once again, I'd like to thank everyone who sent in questions this Q&A. And if you want to be part of the next one, just hit the link in the description box below. Head on over to my Patreon. Hit the first tier. That'll allow you access to do so. But other than that, hope you all enjoyed this. I'm Mr. Multiverse. I'll see you next time in the Multiverse.